Alright, boys, let us do this. First thing first, the name LUI. Secondly, the game. It is the very game of bodybuilding, specifically Mr. Olympia in less than 3 weeks. Thirdly, guy right here, the Phenom, Big Ramy, is gonna be there. He is expected. He's coming from a win. I mean, probably is the most expected guy, right? He is a conundrum, as I mentioned several times. Him being, the freakiest dude on stage, more or less between 310, 315, debatably the biggest ever. However, the lines are still appealing to look at. I mean, the waist is under control. Pregnancy, not even once. Maternity leave, not even once. The lines are there. It flows well. He can pose. He has the craziest wheel in the business. The largest back. The widest shoulders. The most impressive lat spread in the business, if not ever. So he is bringing something special, right? And if all goes well, if he cracks the top 6, he will have to be compared to the ex-Mr. Olympia right here. And we'll see how it goes. But till then, will it ever happen? As I said, he's coming from a win. He won versus this guy, Cedric Ecstatic McMillan, down in the Arnold, Brazil. It was a clear win. I mean, it was not even a contest. I mean, he was bigger. The lines was definitely more superior, and he won versus Cedric and Juan Diesel Morel, admittedly. But let's go on, though. The dude not only is impressive from the front, but he has a back. As I said, probably the largest back on stage right now. And as you guys know, everybody says since more than 25 years, as a matter of fact, since more than 30 years, started in 1983, if not even prior to that, when Samir Bannout won that Mr. Olympia, and it was followed by Lee Haney, and then Dorian Yates, and then Ronnie Coleman, and then Jake Cutler, and so on and so forth. The shows are being won from the back. The back makes you or breaks you. Displayed here by none other than Big Ronnie Coleman. I mean, look at these guys here. Kai, Daly, Green, Jay Cutler, the current, and the ex-Mr. Olympia, and they added, Ronnie Coleman just for the sake of comparison. They all have a sight to be seen of a back, a masterpiece of a body part, right? Now, this guy right here is Joel Stubbs, right? Probably you don't know him because he did not place well. Dude has a marvelous back, one of the best backs ever. Let's say it is top 3, right? Alongside Ronnie Coleman and Dorian Yates. However, he never placed because he had legs that suck. He was injured in the knees, baby please, right? Those are some of so-called top 5 bodybuilding backs of that era. You got the ex-Mr. Olympia, you got Colombo, Yates, of course, and you got Johnny Jackson. You guys know Johnny Jackson? Crazy upper body development. Debatably one of the craziest traps, huge chest, really thick, and a marvelous back. However, apparently and obviously, his wheels don't even lift. His wheels suck. He has no legs, and that's why he does not place well. So this I do comprehend. It is understandable. I'm sorry. You might as well have a crazy upper body development, but if the lower body is somehow almost defective, they will not place you well, which is very fine. I accept that. This is the logic. And he is, by the way, one of the strongest bodybuilders ever. But it does not make any sense on stage. On stage, we judge you on your physique. He has no wheels. It doesn't count. Now, he happens to be a training partner of none other than Branch Warren, who just won a few days ago the Europa, as you guys know, versus Cedric Ecstatic McMillan. Now, he trains with them. They both train hard, right? So a lot of you guys tell me, listen, Branch is the hardest training dude, but that does not count on stage. We don't care. His training partner trains as hard as him, if not even more. He does not place because he has no legs. Look at the wheels. Non-existent. So it is very fine for Johnny Jackson to not be a top bodybuilder. He cannot win pro shows. He has a defective body part. Admittedly, apparently, obviously, right? Look at that. However, look at this here. A marvelous sight. What's happening here? This is a hybrid. This is a photoshopped picture. They have put the lower body of Branch Warren, namely the legs of Branch Warren, and the upper body of Johnny Jackson, right? The two guys who train together, the training partners from down in Texas. It looks perfect. It looks marvelous. This is a proper physique, right? So they mixed the both. However, if we proceed, as I said, he has a marvelous back, but it's not enough to win shows. By the same token, how could, with all due respect, Branch Warren win a top pro show with this back? I mean, it does not add up, right? Granted, as we said, as I proved to you, his lower body part, the legs are marvelous. They're one of the best in the business. But the upper body, I mean, the back, this is not a professional back. Bodybuilding is about the best in the business, the very epitome of muscular development of the human species at any given time, right? As it was in 1975 when Arnold said, bodybuilding is an art. I consider myself being an artist, right? Like I'm perfecting a statue, right? I will add some clay and try to fashion it, to mold it, to perfect that shoulder or that body part, that back, to make it the way I want it. This, by all measures, no hate, no pun intended, this is very objective opinion. The back of Branch Warren is not okay. This is not a sight to be seen. I don't care less about how much weight he trains. I don't care less about the effort he puts at the gym. When he comes here and the judges say, back, lat spread, look, guys, come on, even if you're freaking 16, you know what I'm saying. This is not an okay back. It's just not up there. It is almost defective. I mean, the right lat does not open. I'm sorry. By the same token, just like they ding his very training partner, Johnny Jackson, for having no legs, they should ding him for having no back. This is common sense, right? I mean, it goes against that non-written rule that I mentioned from the get-go. Shows are being won from the back. The back makes you or breaks you. But this goes against it completely. So how come he wins when having a back that looks like pretty much nothing? It is a mixture. It is a very mixture of some muscles intertwining and interlocking and coming with this non-aesthetic looking body part in a sense and non-functional. He cannot spread them, guys. The lats are not being spread. There's no Christmas tree, no details, no separation whatsoever. So even if you being a fanboy, when you're being objective, you will comprehend what I'm getting to. Right? So how are you guys, fans, being supposed to place these guys and comprehend the very metrics of bodybuilding judging? Right? This is night and day. Right? So how can I supposedly be able to judge Kai Green versus the ex-Mr. Olympia, because these guys are so close? They're closer if you compare them to Branch Warren versus Cedric. I watched an interview today of Branch Warren, and he admitted himself, he said, I'm very extremely different from Cedric McMillan. We're not similar at all, which is absolutely true. But by the same logic, he should be dinged. The back is just not there. I don't care. This is logic, guys, right? And this is, I did not speak about it because the back was the biggest issue, but this is, as you guys should know by now, this pose is called side triceps. Be my guest, find me a single triceps. Nowadays, side biceps or side chest or side triceps became everything very far actually from the very name of the pose. It is called side triceps, but be my guest and find me a single tricep in this pose. So the tricep is not even shown. You don't even see the complete both heads of the triceps. Yes, they accept it because he showed the legs. You see what I'm getting to? This is the bodybuilding being judged nowadays. So if Arnold Schwarzenegger this year was basically, screaming about the so-called bottle shape, it goes to show because it's going far. So how am I supposed to judge this guy, Kai Green, right, in probably, admittedly, the best shape of his life versus his foes in a little bit more than 2 weeks when this is happening, right? And just to remind you, right, an ex-Mr. Olympia 2008, Dexter Jackson, this marvelous guy right here, this timeless guy, he said, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it comes from him, he said, what can I tell you? Branch Warren is still winning, or Branch Warren is still placing. So even these top guys do not comprehend, do not fathom the very essence, the very metrics of bodybuilding judging nowadays. So judges nowadays, they do whatever they wish. A guy has no legs, okay, has no legs, we will basically disqualify him. He cannot be a top contender, which is okay. So they do it on that part. And another dude has no back, well, he can win a show now. And then they come back and tell you the total opposite. Shows are being won from the back. The back makes you or breaks you. So it is a complete contradiction. We do not understand you, right? Do you have a fetish? Do you guys have a very fetish? Admiring freaky guys? No matter what they do, no matter how they look like, just that because they're conditioned, even if they lack complete several body parts, no biceps peak, no tricep sweep, no freaking separation, no back lat spread, nothing whatsoever, he still win a show? What is this? Is this called bodybuilding now, or is it called just a freak conditioned dude? You see what I'm saying? This is why there is a big detachment between the base, the very base of the fan base of bodybuilding, and they're swaying and they're drifting towards the physique because it reminds them of the golden era. And it is because of you judges, because of you. I don't know how you function. I try to understand you throughout the years, but you're drifting away. And the funny thing is, most of you guys are all dudes in their 60s who don't even lift, admittedly. Yes, you bust our very passion for this disciplined bodybuilding. Even the athletes do not understand you. How can I understand you being a fan? Not being saluted. Don't forget to like the video and tell me what you guys think about it.